Teenager locked up for a bleach attack. A teenager who poured bleach over a woman in a revenge attack after she asked him to be quiet in a cinema was locked up for 12 months today. Jordan Horsley, 16, attacked Annette Warden as she had a meal with her family in a restaurant in Leeds on July the 26th. He was annoyed with the mother of two after she fetched a member of staff to tell him and his friends to be quiet during a screening of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince at the cinema in Kirsten Road earlier in the day. The teenager was handed a 12-month detention and training order today at Leeds Crown Court. What do you think are the implications of this story? What does this say about modern Britain? Malcolm?
Well, firstly, I think it's extremely sad for that lady who's been injured, and I suppose 12 months. I mean, I've got a personal view about imprisonment. I don't think it works, but it can't be right that somebody goes and pours bleach over somebody, because all they've done is probably challenge unacceptable behaviour. And if we don't challenge, if that lady doesn't challenge, she's probably going along with the family to watch a film, try and enjoy it. Politely said, "Can you stop it?" It just says a lot about that lad and perhaps his upbringing. And I personally think it's really sad. I mean, I'm also known for that lady because she's done what I think any normal member of society would do.
Absolutely. Aisha?
To me, I'll be asking the question, if you go into a social gathering, which is a cinema really, why would you go in there with a bleach?
No, it was done later that day.
Yeah, I think he went out and got it.
And he went out and got it.
Yeah. I just.
It's
Do you think?
a sad society really that we
Do you
live
think
in.
that's modern Britain now, though?
I don't think it's a modern Britain, because I don't think all the people who do that kind of thing. I think we need to look at the underlying issues as to why that.
In terms of youth now, do you think is that how they react to, maybe someone coming up to them and just telling them how they should behave? Do you think is that how they sort of react to that sort of?
They do, and I think quite often it's because the parents are not taking the control of the children, because the parents are not taking control of their children, they're not disciplining the children in the right way, perhaps. The children think they can actually do what they want to do to other adults as well. And I think if their discipline was at home and in the schools, you would probably find that the children probably wouldn't be doing.
Do you think parents are to blame? I mean, how could we blame parents if no parent would say to their children, well, this is acceptable behaviour. Every parent would be against it. So how and why can we sort of point the finger at the parents?
I don't think it's about blaming the parents. I think it's about saying to the parents, actually, if you feel your child is doing something wrong, you need to be disciplining that child, rather than going and having a fight with the parent, because quite often that happens, particularly in the schools as well, where the teachers may try to discipline a child. What will happen, the parents will actually go into the schools.
I mean, discipline can actually come from disciple, to follow, to learn, to teach. It's not discipline as well. And I think it's about, like, I would like to think, as a parent, I've got two girls, when they go out, they do behave themselves, and they wouldn't do that type of thing. And if somebody did tell them off, and hopefully they'd respond to that positively. I don't think it's endemic of society, but sadly, we have incidents like that, and then straight away, youth is demonised for everything. I mean, adults do these things. I mean, sadly, that man was stabbed last week in London, wasn't he? Where he intervened in something.
Was he trying to set somebody?
And so I think you're right about that discipline. I think it starts in the home, it starts within school, but it's about belonging to trying to be part of a safe society and taking responsibility.
I think I totally agree with your point about discipline. It's like following someone. I think this day and age, the society we're living in, the role models that the youth see are the professional footballers, the professional, sportsmen, or actors and singers and stuff. And sometimes they don't give out the right message. Should we be letting our kids watch
Because you've got a
that
high
sort of sport, or
you're right, because you've got a high class profile football who does actually go and attack somebody in the club, and then he goes to the court, and what happens in that case is actually thrown out.
And there's sadly, you can go on about other cases, those lads, young lads who brutally assaulted those. When you go into their background, it would appear there wasn't good parental control. They were watching all manner of things. There's no sort of things. It's just a case of that, right from an early age, there's a responsibility on all of us, I think, really, to challenge behaviour where it's not right. Because otherwise, you think, well, I won't intervene.
I think that sometimes youngsters in their local area, if they're given a role model, that someone that's in that community, there might be the local businessman, someone who's a local school teacher, someone that they can look up to who isn't involved in those sort of things. It makes it a lot easier for them. And sometimes, sadly, the parents, it's just a lack of education.
We talk of parents though, but so many families don't actually have sort of two parents and break up of families. I just think that from a society point of view, there's like just some social law. You talk about sport, there's a really good point earlier on that you see people football, they rush up to the referee, they argue with people, so that becomes unacceptable. So he's got away with it, I'll get away with it.